Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, my people. Them on my side, now the worldwide day. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and today is July 10th, 2022. My name na Fadima, and at the canto na by myself today, the host of Social Media Review. And we'll not get Mr. Shillon today because Mr. Shillon has an emergency that he has to take care of. So I want to say thank you to Una all way every week by week Una they come for can join we. Today we get talk for talk. We get something where we want to ask the people of Sierra Leone because we see the last 2 week here on social media the heat on the human right violation, the thing the way they go on, where people and they make noise boards, the rights of people that have been taken away, this peaceful demonstration where a bunch of women them come out, then say they want for demonstrate because they not like outing they go, they want for make the government carry, and we see what happening and then day we want can talk on today. So I dey ask una please share with your friends, share with your group them, una share so we can get the conversation. Me na Fadima and Adeya to una today for we can make this is the voice of Sierra Leone, the station where home away from home where every Sierra Leonean go put in voice out there because we respect everybody in differences. We believe in democracy, we believe in freedom of speech, we believe in freedom of opinion. Everybody get right for can talk I feel. As long as you do it respectfully, you not can disrespect nobody or put person in position by disrespecting. You use your language wisely, would they accommodate anybody now? So because this is not the voice of Salone, like I say. So we can't today for ask another question. We can't today for ask another question. Is peaceful assembly illegal in Sierra Leone? Because we see this story. Let we begin with this story. Una share it, una group them because we want people them. We tell God thank you for today because it's a great day. Yesterday, thousands of Muslims, millions of Muslims all over the world celebrate this holiday what they call Eid ul Fitri. Eid ul Fitri or not Fitri or I don't mean it. But at the time where we go out there, people they go Hajj, they go do one of the pilgrimages of waiting the religion ask them for do, then go to Mecca, they go perform, they go give their life back again to God, then go ask for forgiveness, they go beg, and in the end then they kill sheep. And if we all know the story of Abraham in the Bible, where he what they call the father of faith, where he go say God say for go give sacrifice, he go up there where they go up there and Pekin say you dey go pull the sacrifice, you get the wood, you get the thing, but where is the offering? Where the lamb? Where the thing where they go pull? And he go there no more. Tell him Pekin say God go provide and go up the mountain. Then go there lay Pekin for kill. Now in the sheep come. Now the same thing the Muslim that they do this time here where they don't go through the Hajj, they don't go through all the pilgrim, they don't go through all the route where they say the prophet will take. They go stone Satan for let Satan come on at their life. The story is sweet. Then they go there. It's a beautiful thing for see. And in the end we celebrate all man get sheep. He shame to a neighbor. So man not able to kill sheep, but the niyat inside yard. The intention, but yeah, that's a beautiful thing. We celebrate, beautiful memories. That's why I can go always. I can get that. Why I can get that lamb, that feeling for each lamb, sheep. I can get that feeling there for each lamb, which is very expensive now. They say all day. I can get the feeling. I can get that nostalgic feeling, that good times of Sierra Leone. And we ask the question again today: is peaceful assembly or protest illegal in Sierra Leone? This case began with Dr. Femi Claudius Cole. A bunch of women them, they say go meet them, tell them say they want for protest. They say okay, before una protest, una get for go get clearance from the police. But again, we ask the question: is it clearance that they get from the police, or is it just to go inform the police? For go inform the police, say, I want for go out there for make the government know, provide security for me. We go protect the rights and properties of me where they protest, and protect the one that we not mix for the protest. Let every Sierra Leone get that equal space for let they allow. And we see the day before the protest, the police send truckloads. When I say truckloads of police, then send 2-3 truckloads. They all of them be gone and all that kind of thing the day. And which brought attention So a lot of people in the world say, boy, this advantage, it don't pass back. This advantage, and I think that what we government after government and don't they do to we the people. Because I remember 1977, I did Form 2. They had a no protest, no college, no school protest. We go out there, we begin protest. All the school then are free to come out, then join the college, Frobe College people then, we organized the strike. We went out there and we Allah. But then in the end, they sent truckloads of police them for go shoot we and kill we and pepper spray we and make we silent we. But it was done, but then they attack us in the end. And the question is, how long do we have to go? Is it legal or is it illegal? Now that no one know. Because protest now we write. Protest now we voice. Protest now the voice where they tell the government say, because now we put them there. If somebody there, you don't put and they say, can be the chef in the kitchen, and we can forget feedback. Protest is a feedback from the people. If the people are content and satisfied, they know they come on the door for can tell you say they're satisfied. This is not about politics. This is about the people of Sierra Leone telling the government, say, Papa government, you've been promised we say X, Y, Z. But in the tranga, waiting with the do, waiting are you plan? How we go get out of this? That is the voice of the people. And we see with certain individual them, they try for shuts the mouth and shuts the rights of these people and take away the rights when the constitution of Sierra Leone guarantees you. And also we guarantee the people that we guarantee we guarantors they out there, the world UN, the this and this, all European Union, this, that. We all see even the United Nations, because of this advantage, went and take by this woman and arrest a bunch of other women there. And together with Dennis Bright inside go feni on day, do nothing, it just go under the holy self. Or when they don't get you in a mind and can do anything. That's the scary part of trampling now we rights. That is the right of a citizen. And the protest not even up yet, except they don't go arrest the woman. But the woman they still come out, even with Femi College Code. We hear some people and they say, oh, na small people and no more come out. It don't matter the number. It matters about people are bold enough to come out and say, Papa government, we don't go able this again. We don't tire, we don't gaze. That is why these people are coming out to inform the government. And we see the tweet of the one of the United Nations representative them were put on Twitter. He said it gets a concern of reports of the arrest and detention by police of number of people, mainly women, who demonstrated against the cost of living. Cost of living is strong. All side cost of living there. Everywhere in the world, and the man, he guarantee we, the second part of his tweet, he tell we say we get the right for come out, whether planned or unplanned. You get the right for come out and demonstrate spontaneously. Whether you say today I want grab a old paper, I go team up na kotitri. I say Papa government, I know I wait call I go on strike. I say Papa government, this is what we're call. It no matter if na me one, it no matter as long as we know they go cause danger to other people than life. It is my right that is guaranteed under the constitution. But this thing where we get now Salone as, we not get police clearance, and we see out them police, then they trample upon we rights, then they abuse we day after day, year after year. They don't make we for this longest time. We see the government of the day uses the police, where the police in work now we government now for protect we lives and property, and try for keep law and order, abide with the thing. But the police then now we governments then they use for trample on the rights of Sierra Leoneans them, for let them not able for talk, and that kind where they're not good. Because I disagree with you, because I disagree, say, hey Papa government, this way we say not only say no mean say I'm not loyal to me country, because we want for country the one way. My brother, Mr. Emmanuel Ali, we don't walk now at the government. First, if then on social media, they advocate for President Bio and Fatima Bio, nothing to Emmanuel Ali, President Bio, not the way they call, because he is SLPP, and in party where he did, and if it don't be national leader or something, or some secretary or national secretary for SLPP in the diaspora and Northern America, if we don't get position, so it still continue, and that is what gets to me. Like people like me, we don't live in a then country. Yeah? Like people like me, 4th of July, we just celebrate America's independence. Like we say, none of these people are perfect. The union not perfect, but every day we strive towards perfection. The people are allowed their right. Not only in the 60s. The 60s we had the Martin Luther Kings and the Malcolm X's. We had long time ago. We had the Underground Railroad, where one woman said we cannot be like this. 400 years American slaves, where we the people of Africa, West Africa, we the people sell, we serve to them, with man them, then kill with people, then go abuse them, use them, exploit them, then take their name away, take their identity away, give we all. That's why we have savage names, we have all them stuff, then they return with generation them back, to mix we all over the globe, because we selfishness to we serve. And this is the same thing we are doing now. Every human rights activist gets in style where they do. Malcolm X was treat them with love, treat them with kindness. Then you get, I say not to Malcolm X, I mean Martin Luther King, pardon me. Martin Luther King say treat them with love, treat them with waiting. Sometimes the love go kill them because the love go touch them or whatever. But it didn't work that way. But he still continued because that is his style. Some people in there, when a Malcolm X will say, now an eye for an eye. We have done all these things, we have satisfied these people, but yet they're still holding us down and suppressing we. So what in Malcolm X in do, in get the hammer and nail everything, he cannot turn the other cheek. You hit me, I'll hit you. You do this to me, I'll do. So he was that force. So everybody they advocate on social media is their right. Everybody gets in style where they do the way they do. So no one person get dominance over anybody, because everybody gets in style where they do in thing where they do. So to say that, let me go back to the video, because I want to show we the people in Komot, right? And we get Mr. Ben Kelfala. Mr. Ben Kelfala, they don't give now so much honor, Now Salone, Padis Patia we come. They don't put on, they don't call her an honorable man. He's the czar of corruption. He's the czar of, kind of things like for make the thief left na Salone. We don't see all that there. But whether they're doing job right or not to the question that they now. The question now is 2016, we saw this man, the Renaissance movement, together with young progressive minds of Sierra Leone, then come together, and including this party within a power now, then come together, then tell the people, say, we get the right for protest, prices are high, waiting, this, everything don't go up. They can't listen to in tape, but we don't listen to and I go come back. Because we want for listen, this same thing with Ben Kelfala and a bunch of young progressive men and women then do na Sierra Leone in 2016 for call attention to the sitting government at that time, which was Ernest Bai Koroma, that we cannot take this no more. Inflation, things are going up, and the people they suffer, salary they change, people and they hurt. And the same man, it was okay in 2016, but 2022, when a bunch of people come out there, they call them lawlessness, they call them they're not loyal and patriotic to their country, they call them useless, they call them attention seekers, they call them all kinds of names. Is this fair? Is this right? Because I disagree with you does not mean I am not loyal to my country. We all like Salone. Salone are we all home. Salone are we all place. Salone are we all get them. Everybody wants the betterment. But then these people come, they tell us all this kind of things. And if the people then vex, if the people then say, hey, Papa, government, not to this, now una action, now they bring reaction. Why do people come out? Because the actions of the government don't show concern for the citizens. Therefore, the citizens them, because the government don't subvert, they don't subvert the constitution. They don't do what's right, what in the constitution say. They don't kind of undermine the constitution in certain ways, because the contract They swore and raised their hands to uphold the Constitution. But if you're not doing what the Constitution says and the people react to every action, there is a reaction. If you can't mass me food, I push you, or I tell you, say, hey, they mass me food, you continue for mass me food. I push you the next day when you do them. You're not going to say I'm violent, because to every action, there is a reaction, and the people are fighting for survival. But yet, they name them, they blame them, they shame them, they all kinds of things. So if it is right for Ben Kelfala in 2016, why should it not be right for the people of Sierra Leone in 2022? Why should it be they are under operative of the APC, of the opposition? Why should it be that they are trying to get noticement or trying to make they are not relevant? We go carry a real border the way they talk. Because some of these things we want for can't teach you now. One can put on point, because me not they take side here. I am on the side of truth. My loyalty is to truth. My loyalty is to Sierra Leone. My loyalty is to justice. My loyalty is to the unity, freedom, and justice for all Sierra Leoneans. That's why the loyalty land. I don't lie to party. I don't lie because they put making in my pocket. A lot of these people come. Obama say it. A lot of these people come. They think they the best ones of all. When they lock up their opposition because they don't have the tolerance for listening to the other side and listen, because opposition makes you stronger. Opposition makes a democracy. That is the beauty of democracy, that we can agree to disagree. We can find a table and sit at the table and come to the middle and try for do what we they do. So now we listen to Ben Fekera, me people, and why una they share too. When I long listen to Ben Fekera, then we go come back. Then I go play Mr. Emmanuel Ali on phone now. Then I go come back with another technical.
Good morning, compatriots. My name is Francis Ben Kaifala, and I am Renaissance. The Sierra Leone Renaissance movement has called on fellow Sierra Leoneans to wear black on Monday. We call it Black Monday. It's the Monday where we are supposed to show our dissatisfaction at the way the country has been run. Since independence to date, the Sierra Leonean has had a life that is less than what we would desire. We wake up in the morning worrying about the basic things that the rest of the world has forgotten. We worry about electricity, we worry about water supply, we worry about food, we even worry about security. Successive governments have failed us. This is the time for the Sierra Leonean to refuse to accept less and request more. We have to show our leaders that poverty is not a way of life. It is something which is man-made, and men all over the world have fought to change it. In Sierra Leone, it seems things cannot get better. Why? Why do people vote governments? Governments are voted to make the lives of their people better. If they cannot make their lives better, then that is a failure of social contract. And when there is a failure of social contract, the counterparties, in this case, who are the people, need to demand from their governments that what is done is not what was agreed. We have to stand up for what we believe in. We cannot reject, we cannot accept this way of life. We have to reject it. In recent times, the economy has been destroyed. Inflation is galloping. The dollar has moved from 4,300 leones in 2013 to 7,300 leones in 2016. Inflation is something around 12.5%. Few days ago, even fuel, which underscores the basic movement of people to engage in economic activity, has moved from 3,750 leones to 6,000 leones. Why? How do they expect people to live? That is why we in the Renaissance movement are calling on Sierra Leoneans to wear black. The black is to show that the colors that have led us have failed us. Now in Sierra Leone, black is the new red. We are not ready to accept less. I thank
Mr. Ben Kelfala, the czar of anti-corruption, the one where they put, where they don't give honor to now in this present thing. It go out there in 2016. It called for a black movement, a black for so for sure the dissatisfaction because the colors have failed. So we they wear black as an individual, as a Renaissance leader, as a change, as a progressive mind and thing. And he asked the questions and he tell the people, say, we cannot accept less. We not for accept less, we for demand more. He also tells say the failure of the government, the social contract to the government, they have failed us. This is the words of a very learned man, a very good Sierra Leonean, a very patriotic Sierra Leonean, called for the strike, which I am, if Miss SF been there, if Miss Sese been there, I for been go wear that day, I go wear that black day. Because I day for the people. Poverty, it should not be a way of life for we. Things are hard, the prices are going up. We not able to get the money, nothing no increase, but all things they go up. And the basic commodity when a gasoline, what they use for transport, everything. I want to show una one thing. I want to show una let we go to this survey where the people then do. Let we go there, let we talk small bit, but waiting they happen right now. Okay? Because when we can talk una say na America, una day and all them kind of let we go to the sub region. This gas where Francis Ben Kelfala emphasized on, within 6 months they do a survey. Within 6 months, Sierra Leone, in January, the price was 10,000 for liter. And the current price right now 22,000 for liter. It don't go up from January to now, which is 6 months. 6 months or 7 months now. July just begins. So I say 6 months. We have 120% increase. 120%. Let we go to Ghana. Ghana now we compete with all the West Africa. For liter, now be 7,000 na Ghana, 7,814. And then now, Ghana, now them price now 11,004 or 4 of the CD whatever cent for gallon. For liter. So now they only rise 45%, 49.1. Then let we go to Zambia, where they far away and are small. Zambia safe in January na been 420 per the your money, per the Zambia money, and then now na 600 and something, so 43%. If you look down the line, let we find Guinea, where they neighbor we in Liberia. Let we left the one where they farm for us. Let we go to Liberia. Liberia for the gallon. Then not to buy liter. For the gallon, na 680 Liberia dollar. Then now, na 920. When a 40-something% no more increase. Una remember our Salone 120% increase. Then we go to Guinea, when are we neighbor, because we don't hear, you don't go to Gambia first. Now we go down to Gambia. Gambia, for the liter, na been 62 of the money. Now na 78 of the money, 25% increase. Things stronger for all man of the world. Now the same side we all the buy, we all in Africa. We all go through COVID, we all go through Corona, we all go through the world in problem. But this na Ghana, na Gambia. Let we look Guinea. Guinea, where they neighbor, we went a bridge no more cross we can walk a day. Guinea in January na been 10,000, now na 12,000. The price will raise up na Guinea. Not to Guinea, I read. Sorry, laughing Guinea again. I don't lost Guinea. But let me find Guinea for a second, please. Give me a second. Okay, Guinea per liter. Now then Guinea money. Okay, this don't small na me eye. Hold on a second. Wait. Where's Guinea? Okay, Guinea should be down here. Okay, Guinea is number 11. Guinea now been 10,000 a liter, now not 12,000 a liter. The price, yes, I was right. Now 20% no more increase. They survey when they don't do all of Africa because then they try for see how this gas business they affect. So my question to Sierra Leoneans them, Wetin they want them they do what we governments not they do. Wetin wrong? Something is not right na this picture. If all they want them where they suffer like we, because Africa we all dey pass sufferness. We all get with governments they want they do right by the people. The same money when then governments and they help the other thing. Now the same money then they give we all. They not they give one pass the other. Oh, then they give we all. They allocate certain money every time for give for try for help for let them government use and for buffer the people their life and help the people them for the waiting they call for let them cost of living and let them go live a decent life. But my question, what is Sierra Leone they do 120% increase? How from look we compare them, even the highest where then at the West Africa and in Ghana. Ghana na 49%. But all the other time, but with the year no more, with Papa governments they talk say cost of living, all the world we are when them talk, when them can't talk to we. I want to give them kudos for that. Because after this protest, after all the stuff, then gather the next day, then gather the Monday, then gather all the Makituman, they aid them, na the rural western area, then gather people them, then gather all the youth, then gather them, then try for explain. But my question arises to them, if we they go through this, then they give the excuse say the global economy. We know, we all live in a global, we all know say things then don't go up. And we see with governments them, then they fed for try for buffer the stuff, for try for make let it not affect we too much, because if it affects the consumer, we the people, then the economy go crash. So then they try for implement things then for waiting. Now the president say they don't put this, they don't pull this, they don't pull that, they don't pull that, but still 120% increase. Where this increase where it will not they see, or this thing where they don't pull, we know they feel them now the pump, we know they feel them now with people in life, we know they feel them. So the question becomes now, what in Sierra Leone they do where the other one they know they do, or what's wrong with the picture where Salone themselves not go able follow waiting Guinea, Liberia, Ghana, and the other one they where they inside the Africa country where they do. Times are hard. We know that. But the people, they suffer. Waiting you as the leader, we promise we new direction. The economy is the life of the people. We they say we read the spokesman Keke Thomas Sandy, go na AYV, they talk of if you been there any size of na England, you will still complain. If you been there, yeah, no, we're talking about the lives of Sierra Leoneans. When we don't shift the blame, we don't throw it, we don't make reference. How do we handle the crisis in our country? Yes, the things that, well, they reflect on the people. It is not reflecting the people are suffering. So the people decide for come out for tell Papa government say, I don't like that. But then we have people that are the police. We have the police. We have other people on social media. We have people among us, Sierra Leoneans among us, that are enjoying the best of things. But yet we decide for call these people lawless. We decide for call these people. That means that we not care. We're not showing concern. I wrote on the thing on the Ministry of Information, which the Deputy Minister Solomon Jamiru was out there. They talked to the people. So I wrote the comment. I asked the comment, why can't we declare austerity? Why can't we cut down on spending? If we don't get money for subsidize to the people, but we see with presidents, they travel how we want. We see they say they go bring things, but how we go look to me when me they pass so far they struggle for me picking, but yet I see me president and me minister them, then they live that kind of life, then me they suffer. And when Fala, according to her, is say, hey, poverty should not be accepted. We should not allow other people to treat us like this. This is the thing he said. So we get for commode. So why now is it wrong? Why now is it unconstitutional? Why now is it not loyalty to country with sabotaging? Through the hard times, we should not come out. We're not for common door. We should not come out. We should not Sierra Leone. But una answer this question for me, because we want to understand. Let we teach ourselves. Let we learn. Let we come out by this way. So and all this kind of stuff. What would they do to ourselves? Because the hypocrisy is not a good thing. And the next English word and get at the mod, where they all Femi Claudius Cole and Dr. Dennis Bright for, they say incitement. What's in incitement? Incitement to me on that mere understanding. Now when you dey go some side, when you dey go try for make the people then come out now, you try for incite the people for do wrong things. What is wrong in demonstrating and coming out and telling government? So what is the word incitement? That's why I be make say the new English, which is dangerous, where some people they not get the understanding of them, but yet they use it so loosely among us, and they use it to abuse people their rights and silence the Sierra Leonean, saying the word incitement. Incitement normally now when you go out there, go push person, say go burn that person. Yes, I can call that incitement. But if somebody want go protest, or he can to me say yes, you say go yonder, go yonder. There is nothing wrong that is illegal to protest. Protest is the right that is guaranteed. It is a right that forgive the government feedback, like I say. But they use the word, oh, you inciting. Oh, you inciting. They're going to lock somebody up, take them away from a livelihood, try for humiliate people, try for silent people, try for bully people, just because they can do it and they have the power. And nobody can ask them because now both case. Because it's orders from the above. That's what comes. Orders from the above. We get for come up from their mindset here. We get for change with country. And if we change with country, we cannot have people among us that are there to try for silence people using big English what the poor man not understand, using word and what's in and call. Like I say again, then they subvert the constitution, what in a subvert, then they change, then they try for change them, then they try for manipulate them, then they try for kind of undermine the rights of the people. That's how I see it. That's how I see it, because you're undermining the rights of the people. You're trying to take the rights of the people away. You're trying to take the morals and the thing of the people away. That's why I believe they do what they do, like how then they do so. It is wrong. It is so wrong. But if Ben Kefala can come out, if Ben Kefala can come out, it not be insightfully call on the people of Sierra Leone, in a lawyer, a man that is learned in Sierra Leone, he learns Sierra Leone law. He cannot Texas. He can polish what he don't learn for let learn more, for let it carry the good go, for go better with people. That's why people gain knowledge. When you gain knowledge, you get for apply and we go benefit society, not only for you and how you they put money in your pocket, but also for make the society a better place. We go help we grow and thrive to a better tomorrow. That's why we do what we do. That's why people are supposed to be just like how Ben Kefala say. He said we for accept, we not for accept less, we for demand more. And it's about time Sierra Leoneans start demanding more. It's about time Sierra Leoneans will stop bringing down one another because of waiting and they do so. Because of people not agree or not satisfied with waiting they go on. And then we come to the United Nations. The United Nations was formed after the Second World War because they make provision, say the big people them, the big country them, after they don't see waiting war, because I can always say one of the born good picking, one of they bring good thing come around to we, one of they bring nothing good to we. And we see we Minister of Tourism, Mrs. Memuna Pratt, he said who side the first of all, let her look what's in the the UN say first. The UN don't tell we say, I'm not able to see that there with me, but I think it up the screen. The UN don't tell we, they don't tell we say we are Sierra Leone is a state party or something. I can't see it because it's very small in my eyes. But we are not getting on my phone. I did try for looking on my phone, but I can't see it to read it for you. But it is a thing that has, we get a treaty. We get treaty with the European Union, with all them big organizations of the world. Then form their organization here for try for help the small one and the big one. We will press it away. They fed forget permanent seat. So we said go able make rightful decision, which is right. Because we get for day now the table where then they talk about waiting the money we, not a one set of people. So they have formed a treaty with all the countries of the world. Sierra Leone now one, we go sign paper. We wonder where they rule we. They say, yeah, we agree, a good thing. But why can we not abide to it? Like I say again, All the other countries, they're not perfect. They are all struggling every day, and people are calling them out. They get activists now every country where they see say, then they talk for the group where they belong or who side for bring change, for make the lives of people better. So if we don't go sign that treaty, they will get for honor the treaty. Because when we honor the treaty, it shows character, it shows discipline, it shows integrity. But if we don't honor the thing, and the one that will they go bigger money too, if you don't want, Memuna Pratt say, and he puts na Twitter say, the let me look at her. Let me try to look at her thing. It says it's the European Union, is the EU another political party in Sierra Leone? Why are they having a say if they are in with competition with the government? Like if they're in a competition, EU has created a role supporting governments worldwide, but with that it is undetermined by discrediting efforts of government. It's a call for concern. It's like then they kind of interfere in salon business. Salone na a country of their own. Uda na the union, the European Union, where for can't tell them waiting for do na that they mean. Waiting then they can't tell me waiting for do na Sierra Leone. Waiting then they can't tell me how for run me country. But una forget say, una be don't go sign treaty. Una forget say, where picking then a house, he say in a big man, if we're able to take himself. We been there under them. We say we're a big man. We're able to take care of ourselves. But yet we still go bigger to them people here. Them people here, if then they put their money, then they take them citizens their money. When Memuna Pratt ready for go campaign to them, for let them bring business kind of freedom, and not go tell them say una pull una mots day. But when the UN call out the government, say you should not, and it is not allowed because we they under treaty and it is wrong. Now you they ask and say if then they compete with the government. And these are the people now we lifeline them that because what you do, we own people them, they're not able to take care of we own people and they're not able to do the right thing. We own people that even though they don't go land book, they don't live all the way they can, they forget all what's in the land, then come back to that way where they do long term. That way, no rights, we're not good for motor manner for themselves and then pocket. The money where the European Union they give there, then put most of an in pocket, then put 10% out there for fool the people, say what's in the call. If the European Union make the comment, because the money they who say you don't invest the money, you don't want to see discord, you don't want to see trouble there. So therefore, the United Nations and all the other organizations, the European Union, the ECOWAS, the African Union, all the other side there, one that don't go sign treaty, then therefore be the big brother where they watch for let the big brother not take advantage over the small one them, which are us the citizens. So us the citizens, we get them people and they when then we guarantee them, when then we guarantee them, when they try for help we for make sure say all we governments they and them, make sure say then they can do the right thing for the people. So for a minister for come out there and condemn the EU, which she has the rights to do, but then you ask the question, if you don't want the EU to be in your business, why do you have to go to them for help? Why do you call on them for something that is not right? Why do you call on them for waiting the call? So the question again they would ask, when I disagree with the government, they take a poll right now. When I disagree with the government, say what's in the meaning of patriotism? The government say we not patriotic, we are unpatriotic because we demonstrate. We are patriotic because we show concern. We cause say, Mr. President, we are concerned. Madam President, we are concerned. Mr. Minister, this is wrong, sir. But then we get a minister where sit on an executive position, where the executive order, then they tell we say the European Union, when are they now bigger, and then they feed we, and then they sorry for me because what we get, we not sabi manage them. What in the common our ground, we're not able shape until we people the all man live decent. Waiting Salone they pull, we they go shape until then they get for tell we waiting then they do. If we don't want to let them tell we waiting then they do. Now we come out for bigger to the altar, we hand out, we're not producing anything, we get stuff out the ground, we don't don't know how to manufacture it, to turn it into something that will give our people, empower our people. Because like you always say, to whom you give your money is to who you give your power to. We give our money to them, they get the power. Until we start and change our mind and try for do things them like how we supposed to be, then they're not gonna tell we for what for do. But until then tell we what for do. We are blaming the war, we're blaming Corona, we don't blame Ebola today, we don't blame Corona. Now we dey blame oil war on thing. But then the world don't go down, the oil price don't go down, the cost of barrel go down, but yet we are still stuck on 22,000 leones for liter. And then we see convoys going around. So do we call austerity measures? Is Sierra Leone now an attempt for community economies? But is it time for cut down with spending? We see, like I say again, we presidents they go and come, and anytime we go to first lady with the Yari African Express, the money they wait and they waste, and nobody no come for can't divide that. They say, where you set you mortal thing go go on, no answer they on left them. Then we see when they come back, we first lady host a party for women, something, invite people in South Africa, people, this, that, all man come, musician, then come, then Jaya, then show on stage. That money. So if me they I they suffer for get $1, one leon, for go feed me picking, it go more than me. Are they gonna market all day? Are they understand? Forget 10,000 leon profit safe and able get up. Sometimes they the market woman, then they auction, especially the one that will get perishable goods. Then they auction them because there is no preservation, there is no nothing outside and go preserve and keep and they get for auctioner. Sometimes then they come at a loss. You know, then they come at a loss. Then they come at a loss. So the people are concerned. They are concerned. They get right for concern. According to Ben Kelfala, he make the Renaissance, they make the Renaissance young, intelligent. And I think China was one of the members of that Renaissance. They were all agreeing then it was right. It was right for the people. Then, why should it not be right for the people now? Why should they attack people and call us unpatriotic, that people in Sierra Leone or whoever that is saying? Why should we be operatives and manipulating the people? And we use the word incitement. Incite now way mostly in the criminal way, in the lawyer way. Now where you they try for bring person for do bad thing. What is wrong with people coming out and according to the United Nations and the treaty that we signed, and immediately after that thing they come out, this thing came out. So what is wrong with Sierra Leoneans coming out and saying, we don't tire, we don't gain, we want a better life, we cannot take this no more? What is wrong? Why should there be APC? Why should there be illiterate? Because I hear the utterance on social media. I hear the supremacy. Some people think they're the only superior beings in Sierra Leone. No other person don't have the rights in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone belongs to every Sierra Leonean. And every Sierra Leone get the right for come out and say, this is what's wrong, Mr. President, Madam Minister, Madam Police Commissioner, and I have the right as a Sierra Leonean. Well, now we listen to Mr. Emmanuel Ali. Mr. Emmanuel Ali right now, he don't get work at the government, he work with the Ministry of Education. Mr. Ali make two audio them today where Awale will listen for we self. You know, he get right for talk what he feel. Now right. He has all the rights. He's a Sierra Leonean. He get for voice his opinion. But with utterance like this, I want to una listen good and una tell me, una let we search with conscience. I want to speak to your conscience today. Let we truthfully, let we left all party, everything. Let we truthfully digest this. And let we see, if we see we self in that person, they talk that way they. Because some of these utterances that people make on the social, you are scared that they are the future. Young people are the future. And when we hear the utterance, these people will be worse than what we're going through today. If some of these people go all executive positions in Sierra Leone or positions of power. As I speak, he is part of the administration. He works with the Ministry of Education. I don't know his title right now, but I know say they just come up Paris where they go do a wonderful thing on education, and where according to Moinina Senge, Dr. Senge say in don't believe now say inclusiveness for be the thing. So why don't we have the tolerance for include everybody? He say inclusiveness now for everybody, for bring everybody to the table, except with women and children. They all, I think he gets a video if we can listen small. I don't know if the video will play, but just listen to him. just speak on this kind of thing. I don't know if you can play, but it talks about inclusiveness. He said, "It don't make an now, it don't talk an now, they confirm and back, they talk and back again and again for let the wall here, then go sit on a world stage. I believe in inclusiveness. All any other thing, not to education, no more for being inclusive. Every other thing that pertains to the Sierra Leone, the welfare of Sierra Leonean, everybody get for can to the table, bring the people to the table, and let we talk how we go push the country go before." Una let we listen to me brother, Mr. Emmanuel Ali, what he put out yesterday, the 9th of July.
Australian is Emmanuel Ali again. Today on Saturday, July 9, 2022. You know, if you not been my BAM yesterday, you missed out on a lot. The president gave a remarkable speech. The First Lady gave an unbelievable introduction and comments about and commentaries about we country and the hope of this nation. And I think waiting crown all was the huge mass of human beings them we come around. In fact, the bridge will go open. You really couldn't see the bridge for recording because of the hundreds of thousands of people around the Ribi area, around the Moyamba area, and generally across the country. We come for listening to the president and be inspired by the possibility of what we as a nation can do when we believe, when we come together, when we bridge the differences that may exist between us. You know, the commissioning of the bridge yesterday is not just symbolic, it's realistic, as the First Lady and the President expressed very eloquently, that the Ribi River and the Mabam Bridge connects the north with the south. Then bring many examples of so many opposition people then we left the north, go to the south or the east, go find partners. And that is the kind of partnership that we're looking for in this nation if we're going to be the next great nation that we can be. But I also wake up this morning and I look through social media and I search through mainstream media look for opposition leader in other parts of the world where in these challenging global difficulties they actually go on the street for demonstrate. I wanted to see if anybody else in the world they do waiting the lady where they with our unity party. I'm not even sure that anybody know the party or know of more than 5 membership to that party. But I say this to say, in times like this, we come together as a country. Yes, there's a place for politics. We get different ideas then, we get different belief systems then, we get different agendas for this country. SLPP gets a visionary idea that builds on human capital development. President Bio in determination for investing in education and looking at education as the foundation for our national development. That is the SLPP ideal and principle and core values. Now, if you have core values in some small party called Unity, bring it on. But nobody else in the world, no opposition leader in the world is out there demonstrating. In fact, for me, it is a demonstration of disloyalty. It is a demonstration of betrayal of your country. A time when everybody is coming together. Is that the time for Unity Party or the other guy with him? I'm not even sure what his name is, but I think he's with the NGC Party. We partner with this Unity lady for go demonstrate the sense of disloyalty and traitorship to this country. Yes, I'm using the word because in times like these, we need loyalists. We need people that are patriotic to their country. We need people that have a visionary outlook like President Bio, the First Lady, and the nation as a whole. And then you have 2 people looking for attention, looking to be the centerpiece of their own failed political enterprise, exploiting the challenges, the global challenges of our times for personal political gain. What a shame. This is Emmanuel Ali again on the 9th of July, 2022.
Okay, me fellow people down there with wonderful brother, Mr. Emmanuel Ali, a very educated man from the United States that lived he lived in the United States. I think he's a teacher. I think he's an educator. We traitors. He said, and yes, I'm using the word. And I want to pay attention to the dismissiveness of this man. calling that woman Unity Party, that woman, you don't even call Femi Claudius calling them because they are so dismissive of people. This is the arrogance I talk about. This is the arrogance I talk about where people in field say, then they like this, their shoulders are high. Do you know who that me? That mean this, that mean that. Who am I? That's the kind of thing I talk about, and I see on social media among some of these people that be uttering utterance on social media. You can hear the dismissiveness, you can hear the power, you can hear the thing, but yet he tries to make it so smooth and educated and eloquent, speaking it in the English, trying to impress the one that were not able to break things down. And the code message in that they send in the code that anybody when not what they call it's a form of treason and traitor and betrayership to the government of Sierra Leone. That is a code language. Like I said, they use the incitement. So because you come out and demonstrate or agree to the policies of the present government means you're unpatriotic or means you're not loyal to the country, or you're a traitor or betrayal to the country of Sierra Leone. Those are the messages going out there by our educated brothers who have sat in America. This man, my friend, I can bring and kind of show many times. I even tell and say, because of his steadfastness in whatever he's supporting, I said, President Bio need to hire you because you they do maybe a better job. You they sell more than Kakachoma self the seller. And unfortunately for her, he go inside there instead to get a piece of the cake. So he decided to come out. But I want to remember the same man. I want to remember the same man. The time of Ebola crisis, this same man can't listen to the hypocrisy of these people. And they use the English language. They use the white money in tactics where they don't use for make this high and mighty with education because it thinks say we were the yeri, the insult where this man they insult with intelligence. Insulting the intelligence of Sierra Leone. This same man, Mr. Emmanuel Ali, my friend, my brother, my person, that is same one come out there. He come where an Escoma can to the United Nations. A bunch of people, Mr. Emmanuel Ali came out there. He was part of this demonstration. I want to we watch with people then. In times of crisis where Ebola, thousands of people then die. Thousands of people that die in Sierra Leone. So they say then take we money than this. Should we call them? Their own concern was right at that time, but yet the people of Sierra Leone, the women of Sierra Leone, we come out. Their own thing not concerned. They are traitors to Sierra Leone because we not like that. Now temo for come together. Now temo the global thing. The European Union and then give money for build a bridge. When me muna prat say. European Union, they want tell they're waiting for do. Now then give that money there where President Bio go build the bridge. Not just Salone money will take over. Not all the money where then did come up with iron and gold and diamond. Then they all they don't sell out. We not get account for them one day. They don't do what they do and they don't pay themselves. They know they pay the teacher, the doctor, the lawyer, this all man. They say that they strike. When you want strike, policeman mass you throat, he put in and you throat say for talk. They go lock you up, then put you, then try for keep the people. Then look where they abuse them woman, then because they come out. So this is the hypocrisy of these people that pains. Sometimes it pains some of us where they see clear. We put Salone first. We see the unity, freedom, and justice for all. That's where my loyalty lies. To the unity, the coat of arms. What we be agreed to. What we take independence. What we take away from the British. Leave us now, we can take it from there. That's the unity, freedom, and justice. That's where my loyalty. My loyalty not to the constitution we give with the right. That is where my loyalty. Not to because they do right or for loyal to you wrong way they do. Or for support what you they do when they make the people alive better. So now let's watch this video and let we see what you wait for see. And the survey is out there. When I ask ourselves and answer the question, let us search our minds, let us search our souls. This is not about me. This is not about nobody, but this is about the people and the country where we love. It is not about you. It is about the country called Sierra Leone. We should not be hypocrites to ourselves and continue to go down the road of the failures of administration after administration of this what present waiting and they go on with we. So the people have the right, according to Ben Kelfala, who is a learned lawyer. Let we watch this video. Let we see wetin be happen where Ernest Koroma, I think 2016 or so, where they become inside thing. Watch the video quick. Okay, me people, I mean, with a short then thing, I not to say this is people are they get rights for come out. Nobody not supposed to hold nobody. It is not that you're not loyal. I give you soup for cook. You give me the food. I say, hey, the food not good. They put small salt. They put small ogiri. They put small thing. Let it taste. But these people are coming out and calling us, say, and tell we say we're not loyal to country. And it's so dismissive that the phone lines are open. With people, let join the conversation. Let we join the conversation because what's in una see per this? Let we search with conscience. Let we put party loyalty first. Let we put country because Mr. Ben Kefala challenge we. Mr. Emmanuel back don't challenge we. Emmanuel Ali don't challenge we. Say we're not loyal. Is it true for real say because I disagree with you, because you cook for me, I hire you for cook for me, you tell me, I tell you say, hey, this soup here not sweet or the pot ben what happen. Not also you be make, I be hire you because you tell me say you're not the best cook in the world. You tell me say you don't cook for kings and queens and all that kind of thing. And now the soup where you cook for me, I not for tell you say pepper too boku or salt no there or add more seasoning, I not for talk down there. And they use this as an example for let the layman here, let we know what's in Argentina because they use big English. It feed into the people that don't really understand. They're looking at it like these people land book. They said what thing that they do. Their shoulder they up, then chest they up, then they speak big English. Until we not go school, we will not go school. We not understand. We they believe what thing that they say. And that is why I do what I do. That is why we are here to try to break down these things for we people for understand. But they will call it incitement. They will call it disloyal. They will call it unpatriotic because why? They don't want the voice of the people to go forward. But when it was their time, Ben Kalfala writes on page 2016, he said this is what they call demonstration. He was out there shaking the people's hand. The pictures are on his page on social media. He did it. He did it. So why is it wrong now? What is wrong with the people now not doing it to call the government say 120% with fuel don't go up. 130%. Let me tell you what happens in those kinds of times. Family, them, they scatter. Mrs. and master abuse domestic violence the boku money no day all man at warm then picking a cry and angry you they see you person they die you don't get money for care and go you picking now left big man so take go to picking where about pie mama lunch where them picking them they go school then they give them lunch then they give then government school then they cook lunch for them then they eat. We will go Catholic school them and then other school them people are able to buy lunch. But then when they wouldn't picking up buy lunch, at least it help the combra them. for make the pikin. And this government say it a feed. It promise we can say the feed, but almost and the pikin and the so tell them mama don't give you 1,000, 2,000 for buy bread. They don't eat all the 10 back because some people and come on and market, they can't cook. Long term what we been there with people and they cook, then give their neighbor picking them. Give neighbor picking them. So the poor being there, but you know they no self say you poor, you get dignity. You know they go and beg and treat the beggar from where the work come. The things they can nothing they not put in place for fix the government. Then when people and they talk, people they not for talk. No, we go talk. We get rights. The constitution guarantee the Sierra Leonean people right. And the Sierra Leonean people go talk of waiting they na their mind. Una allow the people for talk because this is what they're telling us. They're telling us, and this is a member of this present administration. At first he was an activist, but now he has become a member of this organization under the Ministry of Things. Then just come up Paris. They don't get big per them in Peking and they sleep well. Then they are America, but yet people then come out. And then it dismiss the one them where they support the one them political waiting. They not go organize the strike. Yes, not true. But guess waiting. It go support the one they way organize the strike. It can they behind them get right for they behind them. But you know the day before them, it they behind them for say yes I stand with you now. It get right. But then we hear people and they use word and language for manipulate them, for make them be wrong, for fan waiting. We get called then at the line. Let we take with Salone people and let we hear our voice because this now our voice of Salone, we all voice. But then Tia, what will they do to ourselves? You know, good. You know, good today. You know,
hello, Auntie Fadima, and hello, viewers. This is Omar, the call from Switzerland.
Oh, yes, Mr. Omar, long time. I know you give voice. How are you, my brother? And
exactly. Now, I'm so busy. I'm not going to get time for listening. I make.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Madam Fadima, we problem in that country, we can only talk where things are against us. When the team favor we, when the bad laws favor we can keep quiet. The time where the former government been in power, the people been the protest. The same problem where they be cry today. Where that government been against. Now the same problem they want they cry now, where this government they against. The problem is that we're not truthful to ourselves. For look say most of them laws they will get a bad law. Any law where they protect or they against people for come out and voice out them the opinion on how they feel about things. Any law where they against that now bad laws. And for say like one great person when the IG determine which type of people will come na streets for advocate for their own right or for come protest for things when they go well. Itself na bad law. Until we left politics, we take politics out of the SLP. That is to say, let them remove the. We don't say most of the country, the police are part of the executive. But at least for make the vice president chair that particular police force no make her independent. If they want to let the police force independent, then for stop the president for elect the commissioner and they make sure say they get a board where they elect commissioners. Until we get that this problem, whether na APCD, whether na SLPP, we still forget the same problem. Now you talk about I see some video on social media. You talk about diasporas, people we don't call and Antivadima, Sierra Leone, we get full man. Sorry for the language, but 70 to 80% of the full man are the diasporas. We feel say they learn, we feel say they go school. Because for me, if you want, now you they teach the Queen in Peking at school, but if you lack common sense, you not full man. And that we get, and most of the time, the people also trust in those diasporas. They now thank God social media don't come. Then they fool the people, because if you then some years ago, just few years ago, at the corner, you protest against the same thing. Then now, when the same thing happen, don't turn around. You still then at the same social media, they try for politics. It don't make sense. So most of the things, the diasporas wait for B+1 at that country. They are the minors in that country. In fact, now they create more problem for the people than even the home base. So some of them videos that they see in social media or them voice message they all listen to, it's really, really discouraging. and would they expect much from the diasporas? You know, would they expect much from the diasporas? But for many, they go on social media, they try for polish and sugarcoat things or downplay things where they affect the Sierra Leoneans. A very bad, anybody engage in such act for stop them. Thank you very much, Auntie Fatima, for the program.
Thank you, Mr. Omar. Always a beautiful contribution. Thank you, sir. Thank you for lending your voice. Next caller, please. Waiting at your name and also you call me from.
Yeah, Mina Abdullah, you call from Marina.
Yes, Mr. Abdul, go ahead, sir.
Mr. Sheila not there around today.
No, Mr. Shilonge, emergency. He gets a client emergency. You know, saying a lawyer after hours, he had to go take care of business. So today, you know, they're in the show. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
I mean, one day today. I can't because I love Unado. I came because I love you. I love viewers. Love my people. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, the Alliance democracy pathetic, really sick. But for the benefit of hindsight with the demonstration, I feel say the protesters, the women, then get a genuine concern because Mrs. F. me don't dinner. I didn't have free town twice where the price increased from 15 to 18 to 22. I did it before I returned. So Mrs. FC, I undergo all the things the way people don't undergo. So I feel for them. But I feel say the reason why it makes some government, I'm not the vouch for them. I'm not saying that's the reason. Now because our politicians, opposition politicians, they lead the protest. Perhaps that make them not give them the right for protest. Then if we turn to the Public Order Act, I don't know if it will be popular for me. 1965 Public Order Act, Part 3, number 17. 1965 Public Order Act. I want to go to the all two and you consider what it tells you.
Okay, then go try for Fenham for we and put on the screen. Go ahead, please.
Any person who intends to take part or takes part in organizing or holding any procession shall first notify the Commissioner of Police or the Inspector General in the right of his intentions to do so. And any person who fails to give such notification as aforesaid shall be guilty of an offense. Now waiting Part 3 of the 1965 Public Order Act, they tell me. And I've got waiting in the still. Then to say the Commissioner of Police shall by order in writing address to such persons giving notice, disallow the holding of any procession or impose such conditions as he shall think fit on any procession where in his opinion the interest of defense, public order, public safety, or public morality so require. Then 3 goes further to say, any person who takes part in any procession which has been disallowed by the Commissioner of Police or fails to comply with any of the conditions imposed by him under the provisions of subsection 2 shall be guilty of an offense. Then at the count of the Constitution, waiting the Constitution tell you 1991 Constitution 3, that is protection of human rights and freedom of individuals. It says whereas 15, chapter 3:15, whereas every person in Sierra Leone is entitled to the fundamental human rights and freedoms of individual, that is to say, has the right to whatever is race, tribe, place of origin, political opinion, color, creed, or sex, but subject to respect for the rights and freedoms of others and for the public interest to each and all of the following: life, liberty, security of persons, enjoyment of property, and protection of law. You get freedom of conscience. You go for that or say that. My own take is, because when they hear some of the videos the way they make the rounds, because me listen to one where they send to me where you get a voice where they say Okada drivers them, Keke drivers them, they know for common bond or then go bond the Okada.
Okay. Please keep this. Hold on 1 second, Mr. Team back there. Please keep this viewer on because this caller on because I want to have a quick conversation with him. We're done interrupt submission. Go ahead, sir. I will give you some time because I want to have conversation with those things.
We then when they come up from the social media. Say you will burn police, you will burn the keke driver and the Okada driver. Because with Mr. Self, I tell you, Mr. Mide, sometimes one keke and 4 person go there, where then they live by Antomot. And the public protest and demonstration, we not say it will be peaceful. But you know they include all man for let it join you. Even if you're a motor driver at station, I want make a protest. You know to buy food for let.
So let I ask you, let I interject for a second. Let me play the devil's advocate for a second. The Constitution don't tell we waiting supersede the Constitution or the Public Order Act, because the European Union don't tell we say the Constitution or the Public Order Act, which one supersedes. The Constitution gives we the rights. It gives us the right to go out there and demonstrate. And so number one, it was not politically led. That is the mis thing. This woman said these people came to her because let me say this, when you're a leader, because I'm speaking from my experience in the military, I had other people's soldiers that came to me because their leadership cannot direct them the way they're supposed to go. Their leadership were not listening to them. Their leadership, not be the yeri them, it puts the rank where it gets over a blocking aid in order to listen to the soldiers. They look them as subordinates. They don't matter. So I fix a lot of problems. They come to me, and me and one of them get on one term. Okay, the army says seek self-improvement. I'm big on education. I'm going to big on school. The military, the U.S. Armed Forces all over, but I speak on the military branch, they allow soldiers can go out there for educate themselves, then they pay tuition assistance for the soldiers. Me and one of the soldiers, I told my superior, I said, we use in lunchtime, and they take some soldiers them because the army is big on seeking self-improvement. I took them to the education center, but we took longer, and we don't take the military in time. We took, we on lunchtime, they on time, out of for good day. We go there, we stay after 1 p.m., lunchtime done, 1300. I called my superior. I said, listen, this is me. I'm here at the education center. They're taking too long. They say, go ahead. And this leader comes there. I'm going to write you up. He tells me he's going to write me up because waiting do are taking. So I said, when you write the counseling statement, say Sergeant Savage XYZ, tell them, say Sergeant Savage took the soldiers for go do self-improvement where the army guarantee, where the army provide, where the army what's in and call. As long as I tell you Usaya Day, as long as I don't tell me accountability, I'm here. So therefore, so what are they trying for talk? These people are taking advantage of situation. You cannot say because you're not leader, you for ride over other people. And people like us, that's why I can say, if me been then a slave them, I for don't die. Therefore, don't kill me because I cannot sit where people. I shut down a whole battalion doing sensitivity training because when I see wrong, I challenge my leaders. It is wrong. We cannot sit by, say this is business as usual, on a so then say. Because the policeman them, these people were not, and then the second, these people were not the leaders of this demonstration. They came to them. They're not to them begin them. Now the women them begin them. Now people them begin them. If they come to them, then go to the police. Because the police feel threatened because of these people. They want to suppress the voice of the people. And then secondly, that audio that went out, who that go authenticate who side that thing they come with a yari say they say na the people them put them. Who know who that put them? Who know if not the police commissioner them put them? Who know if not somebody we know we don't know. We don't know the source. We just hear voice. People don't identify themselves. That's why I don't take those seriously, my brother. Because people that identify themselves, then don't say come out. Anybody can be behind the shoulder and push the card. We cannot say they're not able to verify who say come out. Then they say, oh, now this and that. How many times that when other Yari thinks them, when they're out on the social media, does the police do anything about it? No. When they Yari, all kind people put out all kind garbage out there. It's so toxic among we say. So who don't know if now then they said and they claim say now the people the way they demonstrate. Who say Makituma go say we go born Okada? Who say people? You know what I mean? So sometimes we not go validate them here because the person will make the audio not put at the play devil's advocate, not put in name to the thing. Go ahead, but I got to take all that caller, then finish your thoughts. Go ahead once. I give you 1 minute for finish. Go ahead, sir.
You know, I am not a defending police because me not saying obsolete laws and the wire. Now laws the way for them come on with law books and long thing. You know,
right.
From Shaka Stephen in time up till now, none of the governments not they allow anti-government demonstration. They always put their foot down against anti-government.
They try for squeeze them. And we cannot do business as usual anymore. We cannot be business as usual anymore. But thank you, my brother. Let's take other posts in their own. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you for lending your voice to this conversation. If you can, yeah, you can call back if you want, but I'll get other people in time. Thank you so much. You make some points. We're very thing because we don't know whose voices are out there. People put voices, they don't put their name, they don't show their face to their voice. So people are destructive, people are malicious, people are out there just starting trouble. We don't want to go back to those dark days. Mrs. Fatima Bio been pray, we been begin to the way they say he can't swear. He said, "When I pray for me, man, because we get some people among us, we want to take way back to the dark days." This is the word of Mrs. President, Mrs. Bio. Now, so even talk by in prayer where he can that first month where he can say when they say Fatima Bio don't can swear. If when I go back to that tape day, he said when I pray for me because we get people there we want care we go to the darkness. We cannot go back to the darkness. We refuse to go back as Sierra Leoneans. We cannot. And these are the utterances on social media that will take us back. Let me take another caller. Caller, sorry. Thank you for holding. Good afternoon. What's your name and who's you call from? We cannot go back to those things, man. We cannot. We cannot. We therefore move forward. Salone therefore go before. Go ahead, please.
Good evening.
Yes, caller. Good evening, sir. What's your name and where you come from?
This is Nafuri Mustafa from Leicester. Yes. You know, I tell you now, say, Sierra Leone, for the chances for not move forward, they are getting slimmer by the day. Because we see the reverse will not happen from the time we don't scrap multi-party, then come with, democracy back. You know, and from also the policing and everything, after the British then we take over the policing, we then reform the police, and also we don't go. We don't go to the level of 1991, pre-1991, where we say now only somebody where they support government, which they say nine, then they look to. Let me look at the other things. The way will be very toxic. Then they see on social media, people the way they support government. The man, I think, we talk to anybody who not support Madam you, this and that, then he make his time for kill. We don't see that bobo where they say Austin Johnny, which is say. We don't see people the way don't commit crime, electoral malpractice them. They no one they call any police for go ask them. This is not when you talk about the law. This is not the of universal. So, but if you talk about the law, saying that only somebody way then at the other side, and the law they teach, oh, these are lawless people. Well, I don't know how you get for this. It becomes very subjective to your view. But if you talk about the universal law, it's not going to work like that. Okay, let me leave that side. The other thing with me are very disturbed with the fact that we in the diaspora, we know Salone DBN. We call our program always we support bad government policies just because we loyal to a political party. That means you just give them the chance for science. We go ahead. We not make any economic policy. We make sure say we country they go before. No, we just go beyond or no, we do what they. Because I don't get problem with the people who are back home because these people don't know what's in a development. We don't come out. We don't see what's in a development. Even democracy. Even today, look what they try to introduce. Just because they want seat in a free tongue, then they go and say they for change the order, the electoral process. We then actually know say any outside they say PR, most than a prime minister then get it. We not get prime minister not get job. Tomorrow they don't fully commodity. So but everything does go beyond. Or just political party lay be on the throne. you are not progressing. And me the worst now the diaspora. Like this man Ali, we don't play in clips. How are they good in a government and Salone? And they see say the government don't make any economic policies will be viable for like moving to the next level. There, most you don't they for like paying $8,000. I say me, I don't get me on. This is not the problem. If we all come as a united force, we from the diaspora go, we can see how things are done, how development they go. Then we go back home with that. We resist any person where they try to put it. Let me give you an example. In 2007, where they put Soko Fabia as the Minister of Health, I was very, very happy. But when he be as Minister of Health, what happened? Because one count the idea them for let it change. Now they change and pull and go and go social gender or children affairs. Why didn't he resign? He should have resigned. But anyway, the
Okay.
time I like a call back.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, sir. You make points. Then we'll talk on that. We'll get other caller their opinion first. Caller, good evening. Welcome to Voice of Sierra Leone. Usa, you go talk your voice, you go talk your mind, you go talk waiting they bother you, and you go give your own points. So go ahead, caller. Waiting your name and Usa, you call from please. Hello, caller. Waiting your name.
Hello?
What's your name, sir? Can you speak up a little bit?
From Los Angeles.
Okay, somebody from Los Angeles. I know your name, but yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay. Yeah, where you get me clear now?
Yes, I get you much better. Thank you. What do you say your name be?
Okay. Ibrahim
Okay, go ahead, sir. Oh, Ibrahim, Mr. Sise. Okay, Ibrahim. Go ahead. Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, it's a small work on that, you know, that. But anyway.
Yes.
So I come a little bit, late, but I want to begin from where you mentioned one Ali, where the
Muhammad Ali, Mr. Muhammad Ali.
Very good. Maybe they shower praises to the president and the first lady. Well, you see, when they kind of happens, it can be rather unfortunate that people that we don't exposed to Western civilization and orientation can go back home and they try for look at, not just how the system for operates, like how we may operate to sign and come out, where everything at least, is well organized. But we go back home with, this kind of attitude for the people that we will meet and systems them. Instead of we try for see how best we can actually able to accommodate or domesticate some of the, civilization, the good things that we there, and then able just, make people treat people like say, human beings them, but instead we try for insert ourselves, with outrage, with complete and total disregard of would having people there be back home. You see, so that's now one problem we the diaspora and so we go back home. That we get a chip on our shoulders, as if we're better than those folks out there,
Yes.
And then you see, we're intricately, we live through them, because if they don't elect the president for Biwura immediately, you're not able to go to before European Union, the IMF, other financial institutions for go lend couple.
Mm-hmm.
You go lend couple, which we name, it's like you also say, okay, you know what, I get this gold, I get this wristwatch, I go to a pawn shop. Yeah, I want to pawn this for like go get money in return.
Yes.
Now that can really in a play with people them, because not only when you go as somebody when you go represent the collective interest of people in a given demographic or society or a country, that's not the criteria we're gonna make for even then listen to you from the International Monetary Organization like IMF, for example. But then unfortunately we get them money and then we can misuse them completely and left the people in the guy. You see, so that's not actually accumulate to the point where you see this demonstration here. And another caller call just now it make reference to a particular article of the Constitution where we talk about demonstration. They say procession. Go back and let you see the definition of procession. And then come back and tell me if the composition of the people them will be demonstrates, and how then if there is anything will constitute a threat to somebody or to themselves or to any property. Waiting I feel say the government or the police for them do. When I for not embed people them within them people and the demonstrators and see if anybody gets any whatsoever weapon or something like that. Match with the people them, give them protection. Now so you they exercise you own power in a democratic society.
Yes.
Anyway, I wish I would get enough time for talk about.
I know. Thank you so much. You make a good point right there. Come out with the people, know what's in and they and give protection so that you're not going to riot or stuff. That's what police do. That's the only thing. And there's laws that are so archaic. We need to take them out of the books because we don't sign treaty with United Nations. That's why the United Nations, when they tell we say immediate release of those people because that's violation of their human rights. That's why it says, and we forget say we sign treaty, and we cannot use with power because we get the power because now we sit down at the post, we sit down today, then the one come back tomorrow, then do the same thing. We cannot continue like this. If we want to grow, we get to change the old ways, and this is what President Bio promises. That's why we hold President Bio accountable because he promised we new direction. Yes, he not going able to fix all thing wanted, but the examples of things when he came. The first thing he did that I cheered him on for, he said unannounced inspection. He go up the step now, you building. He don't go there. 8 o'clock. He see the minister, the owner, they writes na their desk. They're supposed for the minister, they're not there na their seat. I was happy. I was cheering in them. I said, good discipline, they can't come. We they go before because where there is no discipline, we will not go forward. Because we don't have discipline, we don't have order. People will just do what the bloody hell they want to do, and that's wrong. So he came, I clap for him. You know what President Bill tell we? Whoa, don't clap for. I won't begin put pressure. Say, I want no more. He said, not there for babysit. The speech is there. I'm not here to babysit. I'm not able for babysit. Big man and woman there. Then suppose for waiting and calling able for claim up the step for they go check on the every day again. So he let that go. He came with commissions of inquiry. We were all happy. Let these people pay back our money. Let these people know set example. This is the way forward. Waiting happen. He say, oh well, I not can put nobody in a jail. I just can't no more follow we get with money back. Let me take another caller. But these are the things we talk about. Me not a year for bash President Bill, but we're calling out, we're trying to listen to people then, and we're trying to make sense of what we they do when all right, how we go change the direction for go forward, for better, for let we catch up with the rest of the world. Caller, good evening. What's your name and also you call from, please?
Yeah, it's not Mike.
Hello, caller. I know the too much clear. You say what?
Yeah, this is Mike and call from Philadelphia.
Okay, Philadelphia. Go ahead, sir. What do you get for add for the conversation today, please?
I just want to say is I heard one caller that talks about 1961 order act. When the people in protest, now they're right. They're right for protest. And the other thing is the reason why everything they go up so now because President Bio and the administration and they fail for subsidize for the people then. They're not the doer. Then they fail for subsidize for fear, then they fail for subsidize for rest, they're not the doer. We say all the money they go. And another question they will need for ask them, we say all the money they go. When the past administration they subsidize, why not they subsidize? Why? And when the people in grab for protest, they don't want to let the people in protest. But now they suffer the people in the country. But now don't want to let the people in protest. When the people in protest, no want to begin bring out all type of 1960 whatever law. And then people have to be careful waiting they do so. Because they themselves go opposition. And they themselves go and cry just now for something that what the other government they do. They will go just look at it and say, oh, you see, I don't think I will be the complaint about right. When I left then here, if you look President Bio, right? He said he studied peace and conflict. You look David Francis, you study peace and conflict. But then people are not sabi how to talk to people, and not sabi how to negotiate with people, and not sabi how for solve nothing. No peace, no conflict, and not sabi how to do nothing. You can wonder something. Who said and get a degree then? We be saying not sabi how for dialogue with people. You know, it's very interesting sometimes. You know, it's very interesting, and the same thing goes to this Ovula. We don't know he head from his tail, you know. When he just abuse people in another country. If the government change this, so how wanna go there? I don't know what they're asking. How wanna go there? Because this power not forever. How wanna go there? I see all man they cry Femi Claudius Cole. Me, I really appreciate Femi Claudius Cole. Now,
Of course, I do too.
No, for this type of situation where they go on at the country, so in get the mind for stand up and fight for the poor people and wake cancer and say, now this we want to do, and we're not satisfied with waiting they go on. In stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Now I take my hat off to her, you know. Now these Sierra Leoneans they need to do. Stand up for what's right. When I not begin to support the wrong, and the way things turn around just now, when I want to let people and support on our back. When I be careful, the president owner is set in that country there. And the laws they own are the calls so owner they go to 1961. Because if they begin turn and give on our back just now, you know, we don't want this type of politics.
No, we don't want Tonangi in a backward. Tonangi. And people are waiting to Tonangi. We're not going to go nowhere. Go ahead, my brother.
And we're not going nowhere. The way things they go, I feel sorry for Salone, you know, but let them people are subsidized for the people there. Now, yeah, we bank governor say go bribe $58 million. Who they bribe and so? Even that money they alone do for subsidize for people there, you know? How much they spend for create this new, for build this, for make this new money, you know? Then they waste the money, so the thing they want to do, they know they do. They want people to protest them back.
So caller, I get a question for you. Caller, I get a question for you. With all this waste, with all this economic downfall they get, with all this convulsion where we economy don't get, or maybe we dip our life support right now, do you think it is time for we government for call austerity measure, put in austerity measures in place so that we go recover? Should we cut down spending because we spend too much like a drunken sailor? Do we have to cut down spending? What will it take for we people them, you know, for try for say, let we cut down, let put them on here, what they make so? Is it the time? Is it the time now? Me not to economics, there are economists they out there. Please help me with this. Is it the time? Are we under austerity measures waiting for call now say declare austerity measures around so we go able for try for what we they spend and how we they spend and what we they do? Because the people are suffering. Sierra Leoneans are suffering the poor way they. Even I know people that have left Sierra Leone to come back to America that have gone there and spent years there. They say it's going from bad to worse and they have to run to come back to America. But they have choices. Some of the people don't have choices. They don't have anywhere to go. Some they go Europe, London, England, Australia, Canada, where the doors open to we of the world. These people open their doors to us. For local help them build their country. We're running away from our country. We see the thing where happened in Morocco. They killed over 400 Africans trying to run from we African leaders them. The things and the oppression and the poverty within our continent. A continent that is blessed. We even get virgin things that we'll not even discover yet in the continent of Africa. But yet our leader after leader, then they come, then they do the thing, oppress the people. Look at that video. You see them, it hurts your soul as a human being. Where these people, the one that will not die, where the boats then capture, where they carry inside their country, Morocco, an African country, thinking they're better than us. Because why? We government and they suppress the people then over and over again. Go ahead, my brother. Give you last one. I'll take another caller.
You see, the problem is, if you get leader we loving people, this not they happen. When we get leader we not care about in people, in future. Now make plenty they happen. Yeah. When you get leader we not care. We not they see the future of your own country. In then they continue for happen. Now our biggest problem, Nandi. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's take another caller, please. Good evening, caller. What's in your name and also you call from, please?
Yeah, Mina
Hello?
Bakar, they call from London.
Yes, Mr. Bakar from London. Go ahead, my brother. Thank you for being part of us. Lend your
Yeah,
voice. What do you want to say?
yeah, but I see you constraints. I really know how you feel. But the same policeman, the same people that then go na Makeni go kill people them. Where people them begin talk say na lawlessness. Me na old person, na we come up as kids them, no college, no school. I dey na street, me mama no know say they not to politicians send we na because things say no be they go wrong right for we come on a street. Then poor picking them we come on a Makeni. Where them go kill 30 days on then they na jail safe. They not left them 30 days. But because they are common people and I don't mean bad because na
No,
common
I
people.
understand. I understand you, my brother. Go ahead. The nameless people. I understand. Go ahead, sir. Go understand. Go ahead.
Where's your bag?
Yeah, later they tell them say na lawlessness. They say na lawlessness because na common people and now when they don't begin old big one and now they fill up. When they go to the mayor, then begin to people, then go to the auditor general. Now we don't say na bad thing and then they do, but then people are na bad people and from chance more than kind of power. Na bad no more than they pound. Now bad no more than but say today them picking away them in go na Makeni, then they not jail. Somebody know they talk for them. We all feel and waiting they happy now. But from the time them people are begin, they make enough for support evil. Them people are they don't tell them they do. They don't go parema, they go kill countless people they won't know about 30 days. We know how much people they kill under. 30 days, that's secret. So they say they investigate it done. Makeni they say they investigate it done. Tombo they say they investigate it done. Nothing no come up behind that. That's how people and they die no more. Now this same government they do, mama. Now this same government, they suffer with people. Then they suffer with people. We don't feel and say. Well now until they don't begin go to. Now the woman ake come up behind them so. When they fit they go beat the woman for nothing. Now make God come up behind them. Yes, but now the same thing that they do from them. Then they hide all things. Then they hide all things for we. We all small look come out. Papa Sheki been bad so all man they will come out against them. The fire. Are they me could hold my daddy? Are they clock tower where the fire in begin? We get for one we go back. But this same program wanna sit down. Now they then go kill people in the Makeni. Kutubu can sit down, they tell people and say, na lawlessness, na politician and send them, na APC send them. Protest not for the problem with people and when people feel aggrieved, na small bobo then come out, they say na small bobo then come out, they say they want to take the generator. Small bobo then they're vulnerable. But so nobody send them. If they don't know say about this with generator, then go on Kono, then block people and say they no carry the generator go and they no carry go, they talk to them. But we be na Makeni na kill and they kill. We be na friction and they kill. Then they kill people them. Now make it better when they come on now. Then woman when they come out for we. We bloody for that. So that's how I go talk.
I understand you statement loud and clear that sometimes we make mistake. But I'll tell you one thing. You mentioned Kutubu in name. And I remember that protest and I remember challenging Kutubu to that statement. Right there on the air. I get tape them if you go look on the VOS tape they did it. Because I remember when they say lawlessness, I say, how can it be lawlessness? How can we say it is lawlessness? It is just like, so, I don't want to make people think there are many Sierra Leoneans, many Sierra Leoneans where they go on, where they're unaccounted for, where they do things them, where the world not they see, the people not they do. And it is wrong on some of those things that we all guilty of. That's why the other audio I've been go live, I say, we have all failed Sierra Leone in many ways. But this is not the time where we don't begin to speak up to injustice. We have all done it. There are many Sierra Leoneans that are languishing in jail. And I talk on my video I make, there are many people that have been killed. There are many people that have taken advantage of, with no accountability not there for. And that is wrong. And we they call say we cannot kill everybody, we cannot shut everybody down. We get people them where they not get a name. They are Sierra Leoneans, but they are not known. Yes, celebrity or big person can spark a thing because everybody know their name. That is one advantage. But we should fight for fairly, for unity, freedom, and justice, which is right with the talk, but maybe we'll not put enough emphasis. And so I apologize if I disappoint anybody in that, because that is not the intention here. With they talk other medium, then they talk other thing, and they talk with a push, with a talk, with a push, and then they yeri, and they sometimes they fight back. Sometimes that's why, to me, I don't even call them much more to come to my show, because I want to be free. I want to speak, because when they come, they can't tell you what's in the why. If they don't come, then prepare. Waiting, they don't make their mind. They know they tell the people waiting they want for yeri. Then they tell the people waiting they want the people the yeri. We have to think for ourselves. We cannot be taught how to think. They're not for control, we out for think. We for be able for reason out, say this is good, this is bad. And not say everybody get morals. Everybody, unfortunately, not everybody grow up with home training, but then teach we right and wrong. Morally, or mama then teach we, not all man begin mama will teach them, but majority of we get people that will teach we right and wrong. So so that one I wanna apologize. But I want to defend myself, because as I sit here, I want to defend myself. When that statement was made, I came out there and challenged Kutubu to that. How can you say that? How can you say because the people went there, waiting make and lawless? I asked him that question. So I hope I satisfy you. But I'll go to another caller. Caller, good evening. What's your name and also you call from, please?
Yes, this na Fully Mustafa again. This
Yes,
just
Mr.
caller
Mustafa.
mentioned something where this it comes back to the point about ethnicity and elections in this country, because then they talk about democracy, but they forget to say the democracy will be practiced. It get tribe, where make a difference from the Western type, where mostly the populations are homogeneous population, where likely they speak the same language. Sierra Leone, if the day will the CC we get for there at the center, or then change the system of governance. Because I'll give 2 examples: Switzerland and Belgium, and let me say Spain again. Even though Spain they get 1 Spanish and 2 dominate, but Switzerland and Belgium they get 1 system. We say they get tribes them. How then they do? Because for bridge this gap of a tribe, then they make sure say the French speakers then get their own politics. The Swiss, the Dutch speakers, they get their own politics, and the Italian speakers, they have their own politics, like in Switzerland. Now, from there, they form government. The same thing like Belgium. The French speakers, the Dutch speakers, the German speakers, they also they come from governments where then they put them together. They say they form a government. But we in a Salone, then they go put box na the south, we say now one party, and then they vote for. They go put there, they say, imagine, now we don't have population and they win. So you are not actually practicing democracy. The day when we try for, if we're able to solve that problem, we try for losing from ethnicity. Let me give an example of what they go on for this PR. You see clearly, civil society is them. We're in a southerners. They can't support government policy. These people are objective people, but because if they talk about power, then why let that power go to the south? And Ravali, I don't tell them this system every day they go talk about and say, oh, the difference in votes now 1%, but then get 26%. I don't correct this man several, but he's not listening. Now because parliamentary seat is different, democracy is different from proportional. Parliamentary, if somebody defeats you by 1 vote, all constituency, he will win all the seats them. He will get 49% of the vote. He get 51, he get all the seats them. So stop bringing about this example. It doesn't make sense in a parliamentary system. Look at the UK now also. The same way Boris Johnson win the popular vote, the majority. He win by 33% of the votes. Labour get 26% of the votes. But they clear almost all the citizens. It is telling people now because the ethnicity now they hold them, they're not able to do their job. Because if they say they choose between the APC and SFP, it will talk say, I mean a Southern, I let the power go to the South. This nine for address na Salone. He come up to even for cover the policing. The policing, we have our police they do things because police they stand for the government, only the government. You dey see somebody will be say he get integrity, that Ibrahim Kamara or Ibrahim Kamara, I don't know the real name. He see say this person he know what they do, but na because they go for support government, then they do all the wrong thing, all this laws. They not tell you say make you go find permission. They tell you notify the IG. So the IG they give you protection for who side they pass
That's right.
and who side you know for pass. So these are all the things. But now then they turn and like say even civil society like Ibrahim to me don't talk about something we know in that law. Anyway, a lot NIA for today. I just
that that video. I don't know if we get that video there. For civil society, them at work. And it is a sad day in we state of affairs. It's a sad day in we country. It is a sad day where we they see 2022 where the world don't advance, the people they either open, the world don't come be one. Because long term, let me tell you the story say the world flat. Now we know say the world round. Therefore, we know say other people and they obayanda. Everybody gets sideway day, but we all they connect to transportation, to bridges, to just this click of a phone. A phone, they just show you the world where you know even they. That's how we don't grow. We they grow for do better. We they grow for improve. We they grow for growth. We have to grow. And it just sound like, I mean, when you have a child, a mama born in Peking, you get all this vision for a child for grow up from an infant to the toddler to to a teenager. You go to the adulthood, young adulthood, middle age. You go to adulthood. You go. The parent has that vision for see in Peking thrive and be a good person at the society for contribute to the good of humanity and mankind because the world get for continue. But when we then are a country, a group of people, then they hijack, we call continue, they allow people them. A 60-year-old man for day, they look back at himself and look at the self-actualization of life. When he looks back at his life, he say, wow, I satisfy what he had not achieve and do now world. Because this world, now we get for left arm. But the things we have impacted the lives of other people, how we don't do for change. If even our small group where we there, we neighborhood, we society, we group, we able for change people for let them able be a better human being of life. But these people come, they take power and they abuse, they misuse, 60 years. 60 years now, a long time. 365 days times 60, they want to sabi math. Because me math teacher been die while they class 2, so I know sabi add right now number 8. They multiply, long multiplication. 365 years times 61 years we have been padentia with the Congo 62 year we did the same thing. We don't grow. People that they say Salone, what did we grow pan? What did we do? How people their life been there today and how people their life. People go say, well, America, they get homeless. America, a lot of these people have homeless, but then they have something that the government put in place for cushion the people. We make NRA where they can't say Pakabase like social security, something we go help people them for where they're old. We see old people that have gone 20, 30 years, they don't work, then they go get their retirement and pension money, 200,000, 100,000. We see how they misuse them money then they. Everything, every fabric of with society, we have corruption, and with people they know they see that because they fight the one the way they come for can't team up for bring the change when at the right change. They will fight you, they will suffocate you, they will push you, they will lock you, they will eventually kill you. Sometimes. We have seen many years because we don't live too long. I have lived 69 years. Yes, although I don't live in America, Pastor, I don't live in Salone. But when I go back, that is the where me nebu string bell. That is where I play, I die. That is where I eat dirty. That's where I took my first step. I cannot take my children there to go live. I cannot take my grandchildren because that is not the quality of life I brought up in. So I cannot put me picking to that kind of life. I love Sierra Leone, but excuse me, I am sorry, I cannot go live in Sierra Leone. Tell me, say, somebody cursed me the other day. Why I make that video? He say, first of all, me don't phonetize my name. My name na Fatima. My name na Fatimata. Me they call me say Fadima. I was born Fadima Ibidu Kashokwe Savage. Me na Creole, me na Frobe, me na Yoruba, me na Shabro, me na Mende. I get Madinga inside me. 6 different tribes them inside me. I get the Gambia, then the Wolof, then the Madingo, then from Gambia. So I don't have to fake who I am. My name is my identity. This guy cussed me out. What are you call? I can able wife you. That's the English you use. I can able wife you, but I don't want you to say because you ignorant. My brother, I'm not looking for a husband. I was married before, and I choose to walk away from my marriage. Because why? I know they take advantage, or I know they take, yes, me say get me own small mouth. But I don't take people treating me like anything. No, I don't do that. I'd rather be in peace and waiting and call. That is the same kind of way we want Salone for better. People and they work for go for them pension. Just imagine all part and the one back rest the pension. Forgive them back the government and able. Cuts down the money. Do we need austerity? Cuts down the taxes. Cuts down we spending. They were able to provide basic amenities and things and for the people there. But we cannot do that. Everybody is cutting a piece of the cake. 60 years of nonsense. 60 years of nonsense. Please, the caller, I'm going to take you. Let me take a last caller. Because I can't end. I'm supposed to be here because I need a break from social media. I'm serious. My mental state is really because I love you all and Mr. Shilo no day. That's why I decided to come today because you all have been so consistent, coming here week after week for listening to the rubbish what they talk. Let all put with sense together. Let the rubbish make sense. So caller, good evening. What's your name? And also you from
now me again, food himself. I'll be the type of finish with thought on protest.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, finish, please. Please finish.
You see, the way they talk about protest in the country, like when they mention back, you don't think we didn't have in mind. Now only Salone person protest and talk about lawlessness or somebody na Nam. Now politician, person not get brain for things say, oh, I not get water, oh, I not get electricity, la go protest for that. Past politician tell you that politician he get money, he will buy generator, he will buy fuel for make, he will buy water, he will do he get comfortable house. But when somebody say the protest na Salone, the people away in abroad, like una former colleague. They sit down, they talk, say, na politician, they send them. People don't get, na abroad, then they protest for dog, then they protest for waiting, fence, then they protest for all kinds of things. People don't get job. They're not talking up. When only Salone people and poor, they don't get nothing. Medical facility, no day. They say, we see protest, they say, they go now, and a person send you. Look at the women, they will protest. They say, na sentence, na people, they be in there, they know sabi. That is how they don't take the nation. Say, we not get brain, we not able to think for ourselves, but somebody think about we. Okay, now I come to the other point. You see, the other thing about protests in the country, like everything else, when our politics now don't take over Salone. We don't see on social media, thanks to social media, upon how they see. They don't protest more in the south of the country than in the north of the country. But they know one day hold nobody, that's ID. The only person they don't hold, now that's out. Now one guy who hold that mic, talk say, I think he said, "Madam, you don't sing, but anyway, they don't sing." So that's not in a prison. But all the other people, the way they protest, look, this about this field. So they protest, they do all kinds. They don't hold nobody. But then they go now, they not where they go kill somebody in Alonsar. They can't. But I don't know if you can prison Africa. Na Alonsar. Once they count in Africa, they can't put on them. For me, they still they can't deal with that. Then go to people in Makeni, then they count in Africa. What are they? How you see? Let's imagine you say you lost power. When you lost power again, that other man say, "I can't do the same thing." How you go feel? So we get for solve the country problem. by seeing the problem, the way you bring opposition, you see that problem there. And you come on that problem, they say, this now don't see any maltreatment. Don't stop it. But when you can, you expand on that, you make it even worse. So this is what we are talking about. So if we get for make Salone go before, we have to take a center view. Say we look at things at the middle. Say the people living in that country they say that Salone people, the other people living in they say that Salone, and how we satisfied or we try for get and we take there. But till today, look at our parliamentarian and the lie. They talk about this thing, this PR some citizens they win at the past election, they get 2,000 votes. You say it's honorable, it lie. Freetown forget more seats them. So why? The one seat in Freetown, they give more votes than even Telagu or Bombali. But they are not talking about that. They can't do the lie because what they want to do all now for throw the laws in their favor. They know they calculate say I can be in opposition tomorrow and then I will begin for the crime. So anyway, I just now finish the thoughts.
Thank you so
Thank you very
much.
much for giving me the opportunity.
I appreciate you again, my dear brother. I appreciate you again.
No problem.
And yes, sir. I mean, like, you know, we they talk and talk and talk for me granny in term. They don't talk for me grandpa in term, then continue for talk me mama in term, then they talk, people then they talk. The term we on term don't can now we they talk. Now exit we they exit so back. The young one then back, they don't begin talk. We get for change, we get for grow, we get for want well. And one of the caller, I don't remember who's one say, we don't love one another because if we lack person with a care for in growth, with a care of the welfare of the beings. And I can always use the example of Rollins in as much as they say this, they say that. But the man said, I was flying on my plane. I've been soldier man, I've been flying on my plane, and I see the suffering of my people, and I say they get for do more. They need better. We cannot allow the people to live like this. You know, we cannot allow we people for continuously they live in a substandard environment and condition. Then we contend the world. I mean, come on. We get for come up at this thing. You know, we do a poll just now where they talk about austerity measure. 74% of people say yes, we need austerity. Some say no. But then we they put debts by we picking them where they're not born yet safe. Debts there where we're not able for take. We they sell to Chinese. Englishman, white man go forgive we. Chinese go take over Salone. Africa, they don't begin take over because we they take them, loan them, where we great grand picking them get for pay and suffer for that. Because Chinese, they're not they give them money for nothing. Chinese, the white man get them wickedness, but the other one then they not they give for nothing. Because their young country in a communist rule, then they pan. We get for be careful. We desperate for make name. We desperate for bring any kind thing. We're not a peak waiting and waiting with the austerity. Now where we the struggle, we don't get so much debt. We get beaucoup debt. With the yari, this they give with this, that they give with some yes na grant, but beaucoup na debt. How would they make austerity? We can either raise taxes, but we people them. We raise the tax by we people. If we raise taxes by people, then they're gonna die. For it, the government is spending and pay with it, or we can reduce the taxes and cut down the spending. Cut down the government spending. We are wasting money. If we listen to Africanist press, when nobody know they give reverence to now, then governments they know they will call. But we thank God for us. Some of we that want to see the world a better place, Sierra Leone a better place. Then they expose them. They called out Lara Pierce, say Lara Pierce don't do unprofessional business. They make a tribunal. It's been how many months now from November or October? 30 days, we know you're nothing yet. The tribunal, I know they go, nobody know they say nothing. We cannot be doing this. We cannot go forward like this. We cannot build Sierra Leone like this. 60 years, you mama get vision of you. 30 days, you depan bega. 30 days, you depan. Today I get to tomorrow, no get to. 30 days, you depan cry. 30 days, you depan struggle. You not get good thing for yourself. All tell you the bega, let other people can help you. How you mama go feel? How would you feel if that was your child? That's the same way we feel, because Salone, we need for let the people of Sierra Leone. This is not about one person. It should be about not about individual, but collectively, Sierra Leoneans. We, the people of Sierra Leone, we demand more, according to the commissioner Ben Kefala. We demand more. We want more. We want better schools. We want light. And they talk to me, people them, hey, lights don't go up. Hey, lights don't come. Ola go charge me phone quick. You go hospital, nothing, or they empty hospital, death chamber. Now they die back. Now they go catch all kind of infection. Now they go make so some people they're old and sick person. Now they are watching until they die. They're not able to get money. We been get boku doctor they around them saying they will be waiting and call. Where you go, you not get money. The doctor go trust you. Where you get pay, then go give you. Then you go pay the doctor. Long term, they may do that. The one they will not get. Doctor them they be sorry for the people there. Then they give. You say okay, when month's done, you can't pay. Then they go pay. Then they go, then they treat you because they know, say you people, then go can't pay. You get honor, you get respect, you get dignity. Because money, the business people, then they buy and sell. Trading was there. We get company then because we, the Africans, Sierra Leone, we not been get that kind of money there. We get a foreign company, we been come. Like I say, my granddaddy, my grandpapa in dividend, where been they work, Usai been they work, USC Motors. My grandfather, before he become a businessman for himself, my grandfather's shares, my mother still collects it every year. It gets shares from the company because these people they buy shares into this company. They allow una they work for buy the shares and do those things. My stepdaddy in shares right now. My mama the collector from Lloyd's of London and the other company them where they buy shares from because these people were in Sierra Leone. They were doing business in Sierra Leone. Now you cannot even go to the bank because what we then say where you not get money, you go to bank, you go to credit card, you go take overdraft, you get something with guarantee, then guarantee for help you out where the government endorse. But in Sierra Leone, you don't get nothing. Where you go to people, you go tell them your business, hey, do you make so no they begin talk about you Congo, so you feel say everything, nobody not go help you, but then go put you down. Because everybody is competing with one another. It is not a competition. The Bible, the Quran, they teach we say we for love one another, we for help one another, we for uplift one another. Who still will they begin do that na Salone? Who still will they begin say me neighbor in business na me business? Who still will they begin think say the unity, freedom and justice for all? Who still will they begin left this xenophobic war with Depan and those people over there, the Mendes over there, the Timini over there, the APC, the SLPP because they don't dominate. They have independence like America, so they get independence party, but you don't get two candidates. What's in this man in himself? I don't forget his name. He was a strong independence candidate all the time in the independent. They run on the independent ticket. Lieberman, Joe Lieberman. If they run on the independent ticket, where ready he go to Democrat, where ready he go to Republican. He go stand on the issue where he believes say they go before. We want the issues where they care Sierra Leone go before. We watch the bridge where they open. European Union and then give it. Who's what we don't use? Waiting we don't build na Salone. When a Salone money we take for bill and for develop we country. Who's alter we na EU give na AU give na World Bank give na this give. That is why they tell us how to run our country. They go for tell we go for abide to them principles because that is what humanity and a bunch of people don't come together and say we get for treat everybody right. That's why the United Nations was formed after the war. Because then see say the big one and they take advantage of the small one. That's why they put things in place for guide we, because if we are left to ourselves, we are destructive. Human beings are destructive to one another. So you get forget somebody where they watch over we. That's why we have those treaties. That's why we have things like constitution that allows and give the right of the people. Because if not to dan they go to mass we and quiz we every day. You know? So it is not about Sierra Leone. It's about Sierra Leone need for move. Sierra Leone need for move forward. We dey celebrate, but what are we celebrating? What we know with people and they suffer. What with people and we in the diaspora, we touch the brunt of the problem of our people. Now we had, now we they send for them. Now we they cover them all. And I can say again, the war was disastrous and what in call, but in things where the religious books that teach we in all things give thanks, in all things there's good that's gonna come out of it. Thank God for the war in Sierra Leone. In a way, why I say that, I know they say and say the war was good, but it was a way where God make for this some of we come on a Salone, they want the way come on under there, then program then they make a lot of program. We go give a better life to people that we're able to take care of them people and they like today. They get a better life than then where you they enjoy the life. Once you walk naya, you go eat. It is not perfect. But if you work hard, if you determine, if you put your mind to anything where you want for doing at the world, you do them. And it starts with leadership to me. Leadership, I believe in discipline. I believe in leadership. I believe in discipline. When you discipline and focus and you get good leader where they guide and influence you to the right path, we go reach USA we get for it. There are other countries, they're not better past we. They're not better past we. They're not sabi. What in Guinea they do, we right. What in Gambia they do. Small Gambia, now granite and tourism they get. But they don't pass we long and we all now we them they can too. They don't pass we. They don't pass we. The Wetman be used we as example. Not that we will like we and colonize we, but then be used we as example. Let me try for poor, for let we go waiting and call. But we cry for independence, but we're still not independent because we keep going to them. Donald Trump call us shithole. Some people vex. But then when you look at it, the way with governments and they're behaving like that kind of way. Sometimes we vex when they can tell we what, but when you go back inside, you go inside, you make a mark say, wow, maybe not true. Maybe what in and they do, you look around you see the substandard, and then you see the ministers, you see the thing. Then give we Ebola money, Corona money, all them, nobody no account for nothing. Ebola money, they will yeriwe and escomate. I've been telling them not eat Ebola money. Minister then team up, then get for themselves, then do what they want to do. Then shape up. People and die, the family, they know what they call the corona come. We know say we not get that kind of corona day. We government and then give them money for help buffer the people. They no give $1,100, $1 million to people. Then say that they give to the one they went and choose. Then we see the right Prada, they write this, they write that. Then we see them say they're not for question the Ebola money, the Corona money. They're not for ask how they spend and government for the. We see them say then they talk say the speaker of the house talk they say they for give free check to the open check to the president for spend waiting because they know account for nothing waiting that they do. But President Bio say accountability, transparency, and fight corruption. But yet we still struggling, we still there on life support, we still the good at the point of death, we still they get the heart rate as low as whatever, we still doing it our economy, how we go revive and come back, how we go do water, you go treat it for week 9 and they give you water. If they want, they will not get them big container for make water is life. They don't get that big container for make this and make that. With the see from what small, then say Bumbuna waterfalls. Class 7 now they sentence. Then take we on a trip to Bumbuna, then show we all where you go make, it go give you power, it go give you not go get problem again. Take today. We did the same thing. 1974, then came me go Bumbuna 74, 75. I think I was in class 7, St. Anne's Primary School, now house 3. We're still the same. We're still talking about the same thing. I get one me uncle Anthony Rogers, may his soul rest in peace. He can come to me granny or Saturday, come up FBC Kana house. Where don't eat me granny, don't feed the old dog. They say Auntie Awa, the struggle continues. You go talk pa mende. There you go. The struggle continues unabated without an end. But we're hopeful. That's why we're talking. We're hopeful that the young minds of Sierra Leone, the progressive minds of Sierra Leone will think progressive and think Sierra Leone and puts the country first, not party first. That's what we're doing to ourselves. We are hurting one another. Now the other one, then they're on the sideline, then they make waiting and call for comeback. Now APC people get, but now we don't talk them. Anyone will come, any party will come, anybody will them put. If you are one time you do, we not go take rubbish no more. Sierra Leoneans will no more be taking this. We need for stand up. We need for stand up in unity for all these people accountable. Now England, they don't fire they don't let go of the prime minister. Somebody make the comment on social media. What in that they get for do with we? It get for do with we because we the falamaka to them. Let we see how then they do an in your party na in team up for like come out. America they fed for lock Donald Trump up right now. Even though in party they make more, then they go with the progress because the court is there. Then they go with the case, then a court one by one. Then they push. The law not team up na the head go now money want team up na the way, but the people there will not get the voice, will not get the money. They still they push because what you know then they power one word. And some of in party member they agree with them people and they even though the other one that they stand to party but then they make that is the freedom of democracy where everybody accountable under the law. But we don't do that. We don't practice that. But yet we say, oh, da 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 da. I mean, come on, my people. I want to speak to with conscience. Let we get we safe. Let we go inside. Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. Let we look at the man in the mirror. Let we ask we safe. Are we happy with our people's lives? Some of we then are we go to them village there where we come out. We lake then come me picking on can then kill the best cow, the best sheep. Una give them small thing, they round una that's no more we want. We they see how we people in the day. What Nigerians do, they go back to their country and build them village and empower them people. But how are we going to do what we they do when we people safe now we village, then they compete against we. They say we now JC. As you reach to stay, they go back. We know for them now we call. JC, we know for them as Salone. The people there I don't talk Boku. The people there I don't talk. It left to we Sierra Leoneans. The question where we ask again, because you not support government, means say you unpatriotic to Sierra Leone. Is it right for them to call us because we come out there, the Sierra Leone people come out there and try for give them voice to the people and the feedback to the government say, Papa government, I want to tell you, say this what you they do so we they suffer. Is it betrayal of loyalty to country according to Emmanuel Ali? Mr. Emmanuel Ali or Ben Kelfala when a learned man ask we say we get for commot, it tell we say it confirm until we say we get right for commot and protest peacefully. It commot, then give the right, it commot. We see demonstrations all over the world. People are coming out. We see the people are coming out. People are supposed to come out all over the world. We see the people. We don't want to go to fighting. We want the government for Yeriwi. We they see the fete where they happen right now in a parliamentarian, then I think that they come out of the convulsion because they've been sleeping so long. They want pass bill them that disenfranchise the people of Sierra Leone. Because we are the people now we put on a day on a fete for waiting good for we and waiting good for the country. We see the fight. We see the struggle. We see whether they tie for pass bill them, election law them. We not go favor the people and vote. We go silent the people and vote. We go make the people then winner takes all. Let we put and so, let we make and so, let we do and so, let we make so. Let the people then, even though they go vote, now for nothing, then they vote. And I want to commend the Speaker of the House because I sent a message to him that day on my phone, on WhatsApp. Where are you here? They watch AYV. I stop AYV for Sagona and phone. I said, bravo to you, Mr. Speaker. This is what you should be doing. He said, no. We then push from either side. Then they say, let them go for maker. And then they say, no, not for maker. And he remind the opposition, he remind the sitting party, say that is a treason. It should be 2/3 majority of the vote. We cannot tamper with the constitution. And that was exactly what in the speaker, Dr. Abbas Bundu say. And I sent a kudos to her. I say, at least thank you. Give the people the voice. Give the voice to the people. Let the people vote. And let them do an open ballot vote. Not to forgo votes in a corner. Let everybody know 2/3 majority of the people. Now they pass that law there. That is tampering with the constitution of Sierra Leone. Who gives these people power? And I clap for him. I send a message. And I tell him, I say, Mr. Speaker, sir, I have the audio on my phone. I say, Mr. Speaker, sir, I say, you don't get long for leave. Let we leave the world a better place than we met it. Your time is almost close to exiting this world. Let we left Sierra Leone a better place, sir. And I applaud you for the courage that you stood up for once, for do the right thing for the people of Sierra Leone. Do the right thing. Have the courage to stand out. Have the courage to speak out. Have the courage to sacrifice, because it takes selfless sacrifice for do what people do. And I commend Femi Claudius Cole for standing with the women of Sierra Leone. Some people don't understand it. Some people don't see it because they don't like what is going on, because it's against their party. But me, I am a Sierra Leonean. I'm a patriot. I'm a nationalist. I care about Sierra Leone more than I care about anything else. Maybe sometime the world will change. It might not be in our own time, but let we try for advocate for things where the better we. Whether unite we, because we are divided, so divided. If you look all over the world, politics, even America, we have the struggle. The country is cut down in the middle with the hate. And when President Trump came to power, me people them, he emboldened the problem where America be feel say they don't solve, which is racism. They're waking the demand them, the dead bones, the uncle and grandpa them where be done then a grave. Then dead things that where they don't inject, where they don't instill in them, say they're superior to the black race. They're superior. That the same thing tribalism is doing. And that's why I say it's emboldening, because the utterance I hear is emboldening certain group of people for things that are better than the rest of all the other Sierra Leoneans, which is wrong. Very wrong. Nobody not get the innate right. God give everybody the right for the freedom, the liberty of the world, and the space where they for able to live in peace and what. That's everybody's human right. And who are you to violate and take them away? Why should we sit in silence? Why should the people sit in silence and ask that for me? When you don't, they say you inciting for educate you people. Say no, but Pen Fala Duam, the Honorable Ben Kelfala, the man that gave the czar of corruption for fight corruption at Salone. He did it. It was right then. Why should it not be right now? Why should we pick and choose? Why should we not speak for the voice of the silent? One caller make her feel so guilty that this is what they've been talking about, but yet we sound off for the louder. We sound louder. We sound loud for the ones that don't have a name, but we sound louder for the ones that have a name. Why should it be like this? Why should we all be doing these things to ourselves? If this world, like out and tell we say, now yeah, with the left all team, because we not see nobody care go nothing yet in this world. When they die, then put you by your suit. If not suit, you not Creole. If not shirt, if you're not Muslim, they wrap you with shirts in. If you're not Christian, then put suit and chain and wig by your head. Then dress you fine, then pancake you, then put makeup by you. Then go put you inside box, then dock you inside all you done at the world. Nothing you take back. So why do we have to live like this? We want capital for we say one man forget everything. Only a few people forget when all the other people have nothing. Too many people are suffering. They say they have the song. Too many people are suffering. Too many people are happy. Too many people. Too little people get everything, while too many people have nothing. We make the world. I think like Bonnie Spear or Marvin Gaye, but what they call. Put your conscience to the test. We make the world. Let we remake the world. People are people. We put people first, then money, then things. We not care nothing go. We not care nothing go. Now this world is just a one-time world. We sick, we acquire, we wealth. We left until we begin and fetch themselves. We begin and the thing all they left to them, some they turn to drugs because they are lucky. Oh, don't do the way where we get up. We watch the end of our children in this world, how they die, how they deteriorate, and how they do to themselves because of the sins of the fathers and the mothers of the world. We watch it, we see it, but yet we're not afraid God. We say we pray, we say we go church, we say we go mosque, but we're not in fear of the things where God say for do. But yet we say we are blessed. We are blessed when the other person is going hungry. We cannot give them and share the little bit that we have. We want to take all things for ourselves and we picking them and make we own picking and leave and we drive fine motor car, we drive, we get everything at we dispose of. But the other picking, the other Kumbra, one Kumbra right now, all in picking, they cry, they beg God, God save me child, because I not get money for go hospital. God save me child, because I not get doctor for able. God save me child, because there is no doctor available. Where you they go, you get for wait and call, they get for call doctor. Where they on call, nobody not there at the hospital. Where then go, you they cry, nothing not there for let them save your life. Then country all do, then they say, I did everything I could. I did everything I could. The time just reached. I can't do anymore. I've done everything we could here. There's a child going to bed hungry, sleeping a hard floor, hard ground, while the others that we put in power, they are up there enjoying. Then sleep na vuno bed. Well, call the car season. Some then pan the leak. They not get job for able to create. They say the government they find work for you. Let governments create the space, lower taxes. Let them bring people and come in. Let Sierra Leoneans then come in for can create job. We can do that in diaspora. But when you go, we have had story after story. Excuse me, government after government. People come for country for make a difference. We suffocate them, but yet we welcome the foreigners. Because to we Sierra Leoneans, we're not going to able to eat too much. But to the foreigner, we go drain them and suck them and waiting and call them. Now the Salone down the way we want. A child is going to bed hungry, maybe from morning and 1 meal he eat. When we picking them, they throw away food. Then they eat, they get abundance, they open, then they throw away food, leftovers. And that country that we want. At the end with tonight again, at the end with Ben Kelfala in words. I want to we search with conscience. Is it right? What thing they do to we? Is it right? At the end with Ben Kelfala. So till next week, maybe I'm not going to do with you now again, because right now I'm telling you, it's just like I'm in and out. I'm in and out. I get to take care of myself first, because when you're in a plane, then they tell you, say, if you are sitting next to the person, when the plane they go down, you need oxygen. Then they drop the oxygen down and say, put the mask first now, Leone, and get oxygen before you're able to help the next person near you. And sometimes we get exhausted, we get for push back and take a break, but you're not going to see me one take first till I come back full force. But I mean, I love you all. Remember, God is love. Go do kind words. Go say a kind word to somebody. Go do a good deed. Sometimes that little bit of something that you do for person, you could look at like small thing. But to that person, it is so big, you don't even know the impact and the thing where you they do to that person. Let we watch with words and what they say to we self na social media. Because words are seeds and they germinate and they grow, and oxygen day for day. We get sunlight, photosynthesis, where they make it, they breathe into something, and that is the hate what we depend so. They breathe to trouble, to chaos, to trauma, to all kind of stuff. They breathe 1991, we fought for 10 years, 11 years, we don't know what we fought we for. Because people now acknowledge other people and feeling. And when you push people to the wall, they get to a point where they say, "Don't push me again. If you push me one more time, we go fight." And that is the point we not allow for breathe. And one of the caller they say, we have somebody will say do conflict resolution. The chief minister, we get a president who say go school for conflict resolution, but the president cannot communicate with the people. The president cannot come out to we and coax we. The president cannot come out to we and tell we say, listen, I understand una pain, I they feel una pain. But this is what they do. I they try go to the people. I understand, cry with the people, hurt with the people, feel with the people. But you know what? Can make big party. You they dance and celebrate. When me picking not get eat for it all day, I don't go work. I not even make money for give me picking a balanced meal. We go provide. That's why we get kwashi or picking them like how we get them so. Let God have mercy. We they pray for Salone, but yet we they talk. Because God say use wisdom. He give we wisdom. He give we mouth for talk. He give we conscience for such we conscience. That's why they say we get the Spirit of God within us. And let we not make allow evil things and darkness for come overtake we. Let we be the light of the world. Let we be the light for waiting people go leg for be. Let we be the light. Let we go light the candle of a brother that is hurting. Let we go to the sister that has been taken advantage of, that is out there, that is struggling. Let we go up light the candle. Let we up light the light. So then self go team up and shine for the next generation to come. I love you all. Remember, God is love. If I dey shine, when I not jealous, work on yourself. When I go work on yourself, tomorrow the sun go over you, the cloud go over me. People that can say you already melt. Now that make you understand because you already don't need sun for shine. You already don't need sun for shine. Now I make you the talk all tea. So man, they get for go melt, they get for go hard, they get for go grind before they already melt. Not because you don't melt down, you not get for sorry for the one we get for grind and grind and grind and grind. You they eat, you suppose get soap, you they wash yourself, dirty they come up by you. I love you all. Remember, God is love. Till next week, Mr. Shilon will be back with una left one go down on a we pray, but yet let we stand firm, let we stand in unity, and let we push Salone go before. I love you all. Fedima, I salute you. I'm out. Thank you. Good night.
Good morning, compatriots. My name is Francis Ben Kaifala and I am Renaissance. The Sierra Leone Renaissance movement has called on fellow Sierra Leoneans to wear black on Monday. We call it Black Monday. It's the Monday where we are supposed to show our dissatisfaction at the way the country has been run. Since independence to date, the Sierra Leonean has had a life that is less than what we would desire. We wake up in the morning worrying about the basic things that the rest of the world has forgotten. We worry about electricity, we worry about water supply, we worry about food, we even worry about security. Successive governments have failed us. This is the time for the Sierra Leonean to refuse to accept less and request more. We have to show our leaders that poverty is not a way of life. It is something which is man-made, and men all over the world have fought to change it. In Sierra Leone, it seems things cannot get better. Why? Why do people vote governments? Governments are voted to make the lives of their people better. If they cannot make their lives better, then that is a failure of social contract. And when there is a failure of social contract, the counterparties, in this case, who are the people, need to demand from the governments that what is done is not what was agreed. We have to stand up for what we believe in. We cannot reject, we cannot accept this way of life. We have to reject it. In recent times, the economy has been destroyed. Inflation is galloping. The dollar has moved from 4,300 yuans in 2013 to 7,300 yuans in 2016. Inflation is something around 12.5%. Few days ago, even fuel, which underscores the basic movement of people to engage in economic activity, has moved from 3,750 yuans to 6,000 yuans. Why? How do they expect people to live? That is why we in the Renaissance movement are calling on Sierra Leoneans to wear black. The black is to show that the colors that have led us have failed us. Now in Sierra Leone, black is the new red. We are not ready to accept less.